y'all, Stacy here. I have a small, adorable little Scentsy haul to share with you. It includes the Whiff Box for January, a couple of scents of the month, and a few Bring Back My Bars, along with a club exclusive. As a quick reminder, I am a Scentsy consultant who uses mostly 25 watt and up Scentsy Warmers. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so we can stay in touch. So the first thing that I picked up with this haul is actually from the Scentsy Club subscriber exclusive area. That is a mouthful, but it's feeling, given the times, a bit nostalgic and bittersweet, and I'll talk to you a bit about why. But this is the Spread Your Wings warmer, and I love it. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I love the little dish here. It is a 25 watt bulb in there, and I do find it interesting. This is from 2016, and you can see here they don't have a notch. It just comes right out of the base of the warmer. You used to see quite a few warmers like that, but I really do love this aesthetic, and the butterflies it's something that's always spoken to me. The detailing on this warmer is gorgeous. I love the randomness of the style. It's just very whimsical and beautiful. And in 2016, I was not a consultant, and this was something that consultants could win as a challenge. And I almost became a consultant in 2016. You can see it's got the regular toggle switch here, and I'll turn it on so you can see the glow. That actually only works if it's plugged in. Give me a second and I will plug it in. But as you know, I have only been a consultant, or you may not. If you're new, hi, welcome. But I have only been a consultant for a little over a year, but I've been melting Scentsy Wax since, in earnest since about 2009, 2010. But this particular warmer was so beautiful to me. As I recall, in 2016, my friend would chat with me frequently because I hosted frequent parties, and I really loved this particular warmer. And it was such a temptation to join as a consultant. But even though I hosted so frequently and I was already such a huge fan of the warmers that people often thought that I was a consultant when I wasn't, I just looked at the numbers and the requirements, and I knew that it was not the opportunity for me at that time. And I said no, and I passed on this warmer, and I don't regret it. I am so grateful for when I joined, and I'm grateful that in 2016, when it wasn't right for me, I did not join as a consultant. I just enjoyed the awesome host perks, which I still think are pretty darn rewarding, and I was able to enjoy lots of wax and lots of warmers, but not this one that I love so much. And now here in another way, in a different way than I expected, it's in my home in 2025. Now this first bar is apples and cinnamon sticks, and I feel like if there's a theme of 2024 fall winter season for me, it's that I woefully underestimated how much I love apple scents. And this is one of those top contenders. I have always enjoyed it, but I will always be stocking up on my apple fall scents, and apple cinnamon sticks is no exception. This is Snowflakes and Sage, and this is a bit of an odd one for me, you guys. I got this and I tested it and I wrote notes on it, but it was during a very busy time, and I had a lot going on and I don't remember it. Like, I can see the notes. I know I took the notes, but I just needed to get another bar so that I could get a more authentic kind of review going on that bar and make a decision. If you watched my top 10 video, you know I love vanilla and amber, and I have actually depleted my original fall and winter stash of vanilla and amber. So I decided to pop one more bar in. I do think I'm likely to put this one in my club at the turn of the catalog, but I just have enjoyed having it. I primarily am melting this in my bedroom, but I've also melted it a bit in my office, and I've been doing some mixing with it. So glad to have another bar of that. And I can't believe I put this one in this 6-pack. This is vanilla chestnut, you guys, and I liked this, but I didn't love it. When I melted it, I found it quite neutral, and I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but I put in just 2 cubes that were remaining in my office, and it was just maybe the perfect day for it, but I was like, well, this is a little bit more complex than I remember. And so I felt like I'm going to give it another bar before it's gone from, ordering options just to make sure that I don't want to have a couple more of those in my stash. I also added into the 6-pack Mandarin Toffee Treat. This is a part of the currently available January Bring Back My Bars. And it's one of the ones that surprised me how much I enjoyed it. It's performing wonderfully in my home. It's just lovely and it's a crowd favorite. So I wanted to grab one more of those, and I think I'm going to get a couple more, and it may end up in my club. And rounding out my 6-pack, also from the current January Bring Back My Bar availability, is Berry Tart. This is a standout to me. It's not my top pick, but it was definitely in my top 6 when I went through the 25. I really enjoy this. It has a clear pastry note to me, and it reminds me very much of a candle that I like to melt in the spring that is called Jelly Donut, and I just enjoy it. So I threw it into that 6-pack to round it out. Now, these next things are more maintenance things, but I love light bulbs. 25 watt and up, I typically say, is my preferred warmer. And so I got 25 watt purple and blue light bulbs. It's just good to have them on hand. I love them in rooms that I like to have lower light in. I just really enjoy the colored bulbs in that way. I grabbed some large cotton cleanups. There are some warmers that I do like to use the cotton cleanups for, primarily with my Scentsy Wax, though. I just lift it out with my little wrong end of the scoop. Now, we've got to talk about this Ghostly Greetings brick. You guys, this was in clearance. I don't regret it. I could not resist it. I love this fragrance, but brace yourself, y'all. Wait until I show you this. It is so juicy. Can you believe that? Ah, it's so juicy, but it smells beautiful. I am getting good fragrance off of it. But this thing is old as the hills, and I really did contemplate contacting Scentsy, and I'm sure they would probably replace this for me if I shared it, but it was a clearance purchase. So for me, because I can smell the fragrance, I felt like I'm just going to give it a go and see how it works. But just to confirm for you that this is old as the hills, you can see it does not have the cute little shapes that I love on the bottom of the bricks. That is a telltale sign that this is a old pour, and you can see it's just so juicy, like throughout the bricks. So I am going to be melting this as a priority because I don't want to be storing a juicy brick, but I will enjoy it. I do enjoy Ghostly Greetings. It's a beautiful, kind of deep, rich, moody fragrance that I am going to love to melt. Now, if you do not want spoilers for the January Whiff Box, go to the timestamp that you see on your screen now, because I'm jumping in with this adorable axolotl. This is the reason that I wanted this Whiff Box. And I will say, with these little minis, one of the things that is an added perk is the little container that they come in. I reuse these containers for crafting supplies. The labels come off really easily, and I just think they're wonderfully reusable. How cute is this little axolotl? It's just precious. There is a larger version of this in the catalog, but there is something about this mini that is just so adorable. Hello, I'm adorable, and I'm more appropriately sized as an axolotl might be. It's just so cute. And you can see the stitching here is really well done. I have been very pleased with the construction and durability of all of the minis that I have gotten as of late. And I do love that there's this adorable little clip that will allow you to kind of clip it off of perhaps a backpack, or, if you want to hang it up. I think Melanie at Bright House Scent said she was going to hang hers. Look at the little freckles. Oh, it's just so cute. I think she said she was going to hang hers near her bedroom just to give that little bit of fragrance. I do think you can use the little bin to store it if you want to kind of maintain the fragrance. I think that does help. But for me, typically, as soon as I gift these, they are just adorable little plushies. And unlike the larger buddies, you cannot like redo the scent. So once this little berry sweet fragrance wears off, it will not smell like berry sweet anymore, but it's adorable and I'm very excited about it. This is a single air pod fan, like a mini fan diffuser is what it's called now. I think the names of these are changing. I think this is going to be like a I don't know. I won't tell, but the name of it's going to change, I think. I can't remember. It's going to be some sort of a Scentsy Air, But this is one of those, it will just hold a single pod, but instead of being a circle, it's an adorable little heart shape. This is also going to be a gift that I saw it and I knew immediately who I wanted to gift this to because it's very much their vibe. Look how cute, even the thoroughness of the hearts on the back. Very cute. Really excited for that. I use my Scentsy Go, which is the name of that, I think is also changing, but I love my new Scentsy Go in my car. It's my preferred choice now, but for years and years, I loved using just that little single mini fan diffuser in my car. I also used them just kind of plugged in by my laptop in, cubicle dwelling days. This is how it is when it is plugged in. I'm just going to be quiet for a minute, let you listen. Pretty quiet. It's a pretty quiet thing. I do love that. So sorry. Excuse my sneeze. I was saying here that with this particular device, just plugging it in is the thing. So it runs as soon as you plug it in here at the base and then into whatever power supply you're using. So there's not a particular on-off switch, which is why for me, prior to using the Scentsy Go, the little circle version of this was my very favorite to use in my van because I never had to mess with turning it off and on. It just got in the van, cranked it up, and it was going. The heart shape might actually make it a little bit harder to fit into a cup holder, I'm not sure, but I'm excited to be gifting this one because I know they love heart-shaped things and it's totally their vibe, and I hope they find it useful. These are some of the cutest little scent circles that I ever did see. I don't use scent circles often. I do sometimes when I have them, put them like in our shoe rack or in a closet, so that is probably what will become of these. They included pods here from the Valentine's collection. I'm just gonna That's nice. I really like that fragrance. It's 2 pods. This is Peppered with Kisses. It's a fragrance, one of the 3 from the Valentine's Day collection. And I'm really excited to smell this. I am not the best at guesstimating performance on cold sniff in wax or in pods. So I'm going to reserve my conversation about this fragrance in particular until I have popped these into my van and seen how it fills the space and stuff. But it is lovely, and I'm excited about the whole Valentine's Day collection. In the wax, I got great performance out of this one. It was one of the first ones that I tried, so I am excited to see how that goes. And my favorite smellable thing from this Whiff Box is the scent of the month for next month. This is Luck of the Rainbow. I have already had the opportunity to melt this. It's a beautiful yellow colored wax you see here, and when I first smelled this on cold sniff, it really is reminiscent of like a lemon pez to me. However, on warm, it was just a beautiful, creamy, playful, it was kind of like a playful version of Squeeze the Day to me. I got a full 15 hours out of it, which is a full day of melting for me. And I do feel like there was a drop off somewhere around the 10-hour mark in intensity. It went from a medium intensity to a light intensity, but it did hang around the whole day, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited for that next month. I'd love to hear in the comments below if you've tried anything from the Valentine's Day collection, what you've gotten. I hope you're doing well, and I wish you all the best. Thanks so much for watching.